Welcome to the Pacific Saints podcast, where I share inspired messages from our leaders, Pacific area news and church updates for Latter-day Saints in the Pacific, and anyone else who'd like to join us. I'm so glad you're here. Hi all, welcome to the channel. My name is Angel. Thank you for being here. Well, this happened last Friday. We had a devotional and a visit with the BYU Women's Soccer team, the Cougars, who have been on a humanitarian and service tour around the North Island of New Zealand. This photo was taken at our stake centre on Friday evening, just after the devotional, where some of the team members spoke, and Elder Yagi from the area presidency and his wife were also in attendance. We'll get to that a little bit more later on, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about why they came and what they did while they were here. I took a snippet, this one here on the screen, from the BYUCougars.com website, and it says, the theme of the trip was Becoming BYU, building off of the imperative of BYU President Shane Reese set out in his inaugural address. The Cougars participated in several service projects and activities with local members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints while in New Zealand. They hosted devotionals for and participated in activities with young adults in Auckland, Whangarei and Hamilton. They didn't mention Wellington, but they did come down to Wellington. So that's okay, because we're going to talk about that. The Cougars also hosted several soccer clinics during their time abroad, one of which was at the Mangere Refugee Resettlement Centre. We were able to work with about 50 refugees, BYU Associate Head Coach Brent Anderson said. I hope it was fun for them. I know our girls had a great time. Our focus for this camp wasn't necessarily soccer. It was more about the kids having some fun and engaging with the players, hoping they felt loved. There were some photos on the website with the soccer team with the children, but I don't want to put them on here. It was the backs of the children, so you couldn't see their faces, but I wasn't comfortable putting children on online anyway. So I just included a photo of these lovely ladies outside of the Hobbiton movie set instead. They also had a chance to visit the Auckland and Hamilton temples on their way down through the North Island. And this is a statement from one of the girls. It was such a cool experience to be here at the temple with all of our teammates to do temple ordinances, junior forward Addie Gardner said. It is so cool to exercise our faith even on our trip to New Zealand. Actually, Addie spoke at the devotional as well. She was a great speaker, actually. They all were. So the girls travelled by bus, I believe, down through the North Island, and I know they also met with the American ambassador from the US consulate in Auckland at her home, I believe. But I didn't put the photo on here, but that was a great experience for them. When they got down here, this is a picture of them on Parliament steps with Mark Mitchell, who is the current Minister of Sport. So they got to meet with him. They were great ambassadors for the school, for their country and for the church. They also held workshops here in Wellington and within the region with schools on the Thursday and Friday before they left to return home on Saturday, just gone. But I know they had workshops for the kids, which was great and a part of their service here. So the fireside really consisted of 3 testimonies, 2 speakers, as well as Elder and Sister Yagi speaking at the end. And I was really kind of just interested in hearing what they had to say and listening to their testimonies. That I didn't write down a lot, like I wasn't putting on my communications or media hat and thinking, I need to get all of this down, but I did write some quotes and some things that kind of stood out to me, and I can't remember who said what, but these were just a couple of the things that stood out to me on the night. They were all wonderful speakers, and I'll tell you a little bit about a conversation I had with a non-member after this. But these are just a couple of things that stood out to me that they said or did. One said, "Work as if everything depends on you. Pray as if everything depends on God." Another said, "We're not just here to survive life, we are here to prepare for something eternal." Another young woman, she quoted Helaman 5:12, "And now, my sons, remember that it is upon the rock of our Redeemer, who is Christ, the Son of God, that ye must build your foundation, that when the devil shall send forth his mighty winds, yea, his shafts in the whirlwind, yea, when all his hail and his mighty storm shall beat upon you, it shall have no power over you to drag you down to the gulf of misery and endless woe, because of the rock upon which ye are built, which is a sure foundation, a foundation whereon if men build, they cannot fail." They sang Gethsemane together, and it was just so sweet and so beautiful. I really loved that song. I loved it when I heard the primary children singing it in general conference, and I love singing it when we get a chance, and I just love hearing other people sing it. It's just a really beautiful song. So they sang that for us as well. And after all of this, we had like supper, and I got to meet a couple who were there who had been invited by missionaries to come and see. And I asked them what they thought, what their thoughts and feelings were, and we had such a great conversation. They said they really enjoyed these beautiful young women and how they were so articulate and how they testified of Christ. Actually, their testimonies were very, very powerful, very strong, and this couple really picked up on that. They said they just spoke well. How can they get up and speak in front of all of these people? And they're so confident, and they just did it so well. And I just thought, wow, that's really great. They are definitely ambassadors for the church and doing a great work, and they had an impression on this couple. We also talked about building bridges of friendship between our religions. So that was a really nice conversation. And the man of this couple, he said to me, you know, he has his religion, and he said we pray to the same God, and it's good when we can come together and be friends together. And I wholeheartedly agreed with him, and it was a wonderful place to be able to do that. It was great that we had an event where people were being invited, where they could come and hear testimonies of Jesus Christ, even though they are from another religion. So it was beautiful. So the last speaker was Ariagi, and he put this picture up that actually he's put up before. He did a regional training a few months back, regional leadership training that we all attended, and he showed this picture before. And so he put it up on the night, and it's of what they call kintsugi. Yeah, I'm just trying to get that right. So it's a Japanese art form that repairs broken pottery with gold, rendering a new piece that is more exquisite than it was before it was broken. It literally means to join with gold. So rather, the idea of this artwork is that rather than trying to hide the damage and the cracks that have occurred, kintsugi highlights the repair. The imperfections are what make it beautiful and valuable, and a broken piece that is put back together has more of a story, and it's stronger and more resilient than something that's, stayed intact. The breaking of what once was like the layering and the it's an all-consuming time process of putting it back together. The mending of it with gold, it contributes to its value, and surprisingly it becomes more resilient after it's been mended, and like I said, it's even stronger than before. So Aotearoa likened this. He says, Christ makes something beautiful out of our brokenness. And I have seen and heard this before, and for me, I liken the cracks in the gold to the atonement of Christ, and how he can, through his atonement, he can make us whole. He can fix our brokenness. He can make us beautiful and help us to be even stronger. Aotearoa also says he rejoices when we choose to come to him, but it has to be our choice. He is the source of strength and power. He has redeemed us all. He is the source of joy and lasting peace. And I just wanted to end on that. This is a fairly short video, I guess, but it was a very powerful devotional, because all of the women that spoke, their testimonies were so strong and so clear. They just know, and you know they know. So there were a lot of testimonies of, you know, hard times and brokenness, I guess, and to hear their testimonies then after, and sharing about our Saviour and how he helped them piece themselves and their lives back together, is truly a testament to, you know, these young women who are or were touring the country and doing all of these workshops and, you know, coming here. So, you know, it's great to see that they're shining the light of Christ wherever they're going. And we got to be a part of that and enjoy that last Friday. Well, that's it for tonight. I hope you're all having a great day and a great evening wherever you are. If you liked this video, can you just put a thumbs up on there, or stick a comment below, or both? That would be really great. If you've heard of kintsugi before, tell me how you've heard of it. It keeps popping up in my life over the last year or two, and I know the reason why it has, and I think it's not just me. I'm sure there are others. So if it's come up in your life recently, and you know, you can share a little bit, then share away, because I can't be the only one. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm sorry if I waffled and rambled a little bit and got a little bit off track. I think I did, but you know, I'm trying. I'm still getting there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.